Welcome to the TED Ed Podcast, where we delve into the issues that shape our daily lives and drive our productivity. We confront topics that matter deeply to all of us, from healthcare and affirmative action to voting rights and monetary success and failure. We cover it all. And yes, we dive into the complex world of politics, exploring how our country has evolved from slavery to the 21st century. Our content is crafted with care and expertise, drawing from years of experience in these critical areas. We invite you to give the TED Ed podcast a listen. You won't be disappointed. Share your thoughts with friends and confidants, and don't forget to like, comment, and share our episodes. Your engagement helps us grow and reach more listeners. Are you passionate about these topics? Do you have unique insights to share? You could be one of our guest speakers. Drop us a line, send an email, or leave a comment. All requests will be considered. Join us on this journey of exploration and understanding. This is the TED Ed Podcast. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
All right, my peeps, let's get started. I have something special for today for you. Notice I'm sitting here in my chair and myself, my partner in crime, Mr. Harvey. He has taken off and went on vacation. He's on a wonderful, wonderful cruise going to the Caribbean islands. He and his wife and a few other people. Hey, Ted, hope you enjoying your trip, my friend. Hey, I'm here. I'm doing this show here, so hope you enjoy it, and hope everyone else enjoy it. Please, everyone, please subscribe to our channel. We've been doing this for over a year now, and we have viewers, and we need some subscribers out there. So if you get a chance, hit on that subscribe button down there and enjoy the show. Biggest news. The biggest news that has happened was yesterday. The U.S. Court of International Trade told our dear president that what he was doing was illegal and he does not have the right to enact trade, any kind of trade in this country. That is up to our esteemed Congress. They have the authority through the Constitution to enact any trade agreements or enact any tariffs. He does not have that right, according to this three-judge panel. There was three judges here. Each one of them conferred with the same opinion. It wasn't split, three judges. And guess what, Daddy Trump? One of them you put on that court. So right now, we have a summary judgment against Trump's enactment of those tariffs that have been tearing this country apart, that has been causing extreme harm to all of our trading partners, especially our northern friends, Canada, and our southern partners, Mexico. It has caused so much harm with those two, along with China, who is one of our biggest trading partners. China, can't feel too sorry for them because they have other partners that they trade with, and they are creating more and more and more trade agreements and stuff as we sit here with our stupid selves and allowing Daddy Trump to determine exactly how this country is ran. How this happened? Hmm. Let's go back. During the election last year, old Daddy Donald, in one of his moments of whatever he has, where he sits down and talks to his audience out there and gives them all his MAGA group all the meat and whatever they want and everything to vote against anything that's for them. Hard to imagine that someone will vote against their own interests, but it has happened. Republicans, for some reason or another, have been able to capture a certain percentage of our society who, no matter what, votes against their own interests. And today, they're realizing that they made a big mistake putting this guy in office. But going back to the election, Trump had brought some meat out there and threw it to his audience saying that he was going to, if he's elected, going to enact tariffs to correct trade agreements with our partners because we were operating in a negative. Some of that was true. A lot of it was not true. A lot of countries and stuff and everything, we have a very good trade agreement and stuff with them, or trading agreement that they can bring in goods and services and stuff and everything, and we sell them goods and services. Well, we have a negative trade agreement with China. Guess what? It's because China has done a better job with their toys. And what I mean by toys, I mean technologically, they are doing a better job than this country in producing products for their customers. So they export to this country a lot more goods and services than we export to them. And because of that, we have a negative trade agreement. But it has not harmed us that bad because of that negative trade agreement. It has not harmed us. It has not. We have been able to continue on, and our economy is thriving. Everything was thriving before Trump came into office. It is the second time. So, in his infinite wisdom, he's telling the American people, his MAGA folks, and everything that China is going to pay for the tariffs. Now, anyone with any kind of a mind, if they could think and use their thinking, put their thinking cap on, would realize China does not pay the tariffs. You pay the tariffs, the American people. The product gets into this country, there's a tariff on it. Our people and stuff who, businesses and stuff, they take the product and stuff off the ships, send it out to their stores, and they add a surcharge onto it, which covers the tariffs. We pay for it. When it gets here, our stores pay for it, and then we pay for it. In the end, it's on us. And for some reason or another, there was a large group of people out there who didn't believe the Democrats when they told them that tariffs are not paid by the exporters, they're paid by the people who import. The import people are us. Export people are the products that we send to other countries. We pay those tariffs for our imports to come into our country. So all this materials, all of this services, and all of this merchandising that we bring into this country and stuff from China, we bring it here because it's necessary. We bring it here because our manufacturers and our stores and our marketers or whoever know that they can buy our imports from China or these other countries around the world cheaper than for us to make it here in the United States. Simple. Very, very simple, people. Very, very, very simple. We cannot manufacture in this country cheaper than us going over, buying the products from China, shipping it over here on ships and containers, bringing it into our country, and they can get it cheaper than we can manufacture. So if you can do that, then why not buy from someone else and bring it here and we can buy it cheaper? But we can't produce it cheaper. So Trump decides to tell us that I'm going to bring manufacturing back to the United States. He knows that's a damn lie. But he's throwing out that raw meat to those MAGA folks who are believing everything he tells them. He tells them he is the best businessman in the world. He's a billionaire because he's the best businessman in the world. He makes money. He knows how to make money. Well, in a way, that's true. He is a billionaire. He knows how to make money. Now, when I say he knows how to make money, I didn't say that he does it legally. I'm saying he knows how to make money. He knows how to go out and sell his name. Same thing as our athletes are doing, name, images, and licensing. He puts his name on these huge resorts, all these buildings all around the world, and people pay him for his name because he's supposed to be famous. He does a good job in doing that. But when it comes to maintaining an actual business, a man can't do it. He cannot create a business and make money. He does not make his money creating businesses. Now, anyone in their right mind would know that if you have a casino, a place where people gamble, people come in, millions of people are coming into your places and they're gambling and they're losing their money. They are making big money in the casino business. He is the only individual who can't make money in the casino business. He went broke with his casinos in Atlantic City. If you don't believe me, talk to some of the people in Atlantic City, New Jersey. That place is just now beginning to come back after over 15 years ago or more that Trump had his casino there on the boardwalk in Atlantic City. He went broke. The casino went broke, people. How in the hell can you go broke running a casino? It's almost impossible. Well, to tell you how other people who are experienced in this whole game feels about this whole thing, old Daddy Trump decided, I'm going to build another casino in Las Vegas. Well, he got the money. People gave him the money, billions of dollars to build a casino, buy the land, build a casino. It's sitting there in Las Vegas right now with his name on the side of it that says Trump. Guess what, people? There's not one slot machine in that hotel. Not nary one. You know why? Because the people who give out licenses realize that this man is not a businessman. So they guess what they did in Las Vegas? He can't get a license. What does that tell you? Businessman? Whoa. Businessman? Whoa. Every time I go to Las Vegas, I look out my window of my hotel, wherever I'm at, mostly Caesar's Palace, the Aria, man, thousands, hundreds of hotels there that I be at. I look out the window and I see that gold building up there with Trump's name on it. and no cars in the lot. Very few cars in the lot. No casino. He does not have any slot machine, crap table, or card table there in that casino. Now, how he keeps that building open and going, I have no idea because I know he's not making any money off of people coming into that place. So I'm pretty sure eventually somebody's going to go in there and blow the building up. But old Trump, he's holding on to it because he got his name sitting there in Las Vegas. He's fooling people again. Trump's in Las Vegas. Yeah, he is. He just got a building there in Las Vegas. That's it, people. A hotel that you can go in and stay. And from what I hear, for the people who go up in there and stuff, it's not no luxury hotel. Far from it. But it's still sitting there. Businessman. Okay, Mr. Businessman. He goes out and he can sell us anything. He done sold all of his voters that he can enact Trump tariffs and create money. And he's gotten so good at it, he just lies about it and tells the American people, well, it's going to be so much money coming into this country that we can get rid of the income tax. Hmm. How can you do that, Daddy Trump? How can you do that? Tell me how you can bring enough money into tariff that you can get rid of the income tax. Anybody with any kind of sense, or any economist, anybody who deals in their household finances will understand that you cannot do that. That is almost impossible. You would have to add almost double the price of the goods coming into this country for you can even think about bringing enough money into this country that you can get rid of the income tax. It is not going to happen. People, it's not going to happen, and it's not happening because he can't do it. Well, today, 24 hours probably later, after the Court of International Trade passed down their ruling, people are holding their breath, and we all, even I'm sitting here waiting to see what's going to happen. What is he going to do? Because we know he's been known to file lawsuits and try to get the courts to agree with him or try to figure out how he can violate an order of the courts. He's been known to do that now. I'm not going to agree with him. My people better continue to collect them tariffs, that money coming into this country. Well, the courts told him immediately he got to stop. They can't collect that dime. So I'm pretty sure on our ports, every last one of them that's got cargo coming into the United States, they are hurrying up and getting their products and stuff into these warehouses so they can store this stuff up until Trump can figure out how he can stay that order. I don't know what the courts are going to do. He wants to take it, I'm pretty sure, all the way to the Supreme Court and let them decide if they want to stop that ruling. It's very difficult for the Supreme Court to do that, but they may. We don't know. They've done a lot of other ugly stuff and everything to this country. Made him feel like he's a king, that he can do any damn thing he wants to do. So I'm waiting. Most of the people that I talk to, they don't think it's going to hold because he has done so much stuff, people. He has done so much ugly stuff. They don't believe it. Well, guess what? I believe it. I believe that our court system, it did the right thing. They have legal precedents. They have constitutional presidents, and a lot of legal minds out there are saying the same thing, that the court make the right decision. That, and they've been saying that long before Trump even decided that he wanted to do tariffs, that is illegal. He cannot do it, even though he kind of owns the Congress, especially the House of Representatives. He got that old speaker boy, Johnson, right in his back pocket. Oh, I'm sorry. He ain't in his back pocket. He's further down in the back pocket. Johnson, I'm sorry. You are further down than the back pocket of Trump. What are we going to do, people, if the court cannot that decision that they handed down yesterday, and Trump can't go continue to enact tariffs? No, no. Cards are stacked against him, but you know Trump, he's going to always try to do something, because this is a real kick in the butt to him, not for him not to be able to enact these tariffs. Well, if we look back a little bit further, a couple of weeks back or whatever, the court hasn't been very friendly to Donald Trump, other than the Supreme Court allowing him to do whatever the hell he wants to do and avoid crime or anything that he does while he's in office. So whatever he's done while he's in office, can't nobody do anything about it unless he's impeached. The Supreme Court can't stop that. So if he cannot get a stay for that order by tomorrow or the weekend, we can pretty much say that this thing is going to hold for at least to the time that he can get his case before the Supreme Court and get them to make a ruling on it. But we do have some justices and everything who may decide that they want to hand down a stay and everything, because each individual Supreme Court justice can do that. They can hand down a stay and say, we're going to hold this off. But what is the state going to do? He's going to be allowed to collect any more tariffs of the goods coming into to this country? Hmm. Good question. Good question. I don't know. There's a lot more intelligent legal minds out there than me. The law hasn't been one of my best points, I guess you might say. Or I did do some studying and stuff with the laws, but I'm not an expert. I'm not a constitutional expert. Only thing I can do is depend on those people out there who have studied the law. A constitutional lawyer. Hmm. Sounds very familiar. I think Barack Obama went to Harvard Law School. He's a constitutional lawyer. I'm surprised he didn't say anything about these tariffs, that these things were illegal, that he didn't holler to the top of his voice that what Donald is doing is illegal. Hmm. Maybe he wanted to let the U.S. Court of International Trade make those decisions without him having to throw his 2 cents in as a past president. Maybe. We don't know. Anyway, Donald, I don't wish you any harm, but I'm hoping that this thing holds, that he cannot enact these tariffs and stuff and everything. And we can at least start getting back to something that is normal for this country, that our farmers can be able to export their products, that we can import from other countries products, that our car manufacturers will be able to continue to manufacture cars here because of their dual trade agreements, where their parts go across the border from Canada into Mexico into United States and go back and forth because we don't have the capabilities to produce every part that goes on an automobile today. We have parts that come from China that goes up on our cars, and if we don't get those parts, we can't build any cars. People, wake up and understand that we got the most stupidest person in the world in the White House. Now, one other thing that we need to discuss here before I get off the air. This debt thing is getting ready to happen. The House of Representatives have passed some draconian budget, strips away Medicaid, and according to the Congressional Budget Office, it even affects Medicare. Senior citizens, it affects Medicare. This cuts that they made in Medicaid affects Medicare. Be aware that if they pass this stuff, it is going to affect Medicare. It is going to affect your Medicare. It is also going to add to our deficit. Conservative estimate is almost $5 trillion. Could be more than that. We're already at $37 trillion in the hole. We got debt payments made. Just interest alone, almost $1 trillion. Hmm. And in this budget, they slipped in a no. They slipped in an agreement or an amendment that allows the president to violate court orders. Now, most of the Republican congressmen who passed this thing said, "Ooh, I didn't know that. You signed it. You put your John Henry on it. So you better accept what the heck has happened because it's sitting there because there are some smart voters out there who have read this law and they saw it and you supposed to be their representative, but you didn't see it. How stupid do you think your constituents are? You're sitting out there doing town halls and telling your constituents, I didn't see that. I'm sorry. So you expect them to swallow that you didn't see that? Don't make me laugh. Well, anyway, people, hopefully the next time we talk, we will know if the International Court trade ruling is going to stand. Lord, please let this stuff stand. Get this, at least one of this messy things out of the way so we can be able to at least be able to eat, have our goods and services come in, that our children can have their dolls at Christmas time because guess what? This is the time that all of our merchant merchants are sitting there and ordering things for Christmas for our children. this is their time when they make those orders from all these countries who are importing these products into our country. Because unbeknownst to Donald, some people out there do have plans. They make long-term plans. They have to make long-term plans if they want to be successful in business. So hopefully we can get this tariff crap straightened out and at least get back to some semblance of normality. People, have a good day and don't forget, subscribe to our channel. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.